Hello dear students, today we have moved in a new lecture and in this lecture we will cover some new questions with new ideas and new concepts. Hi, hello everyone, my name is Eras and how are you? I hope you are very good, you are enjoying your day, you are enjoying your life. Today, now in the previous lecture we have covered so many different questions which is based upon very short answer questions, and now it's time to solve short answers questions. Alright, all clear? Obviously yes. So the questions here arises is that which is based upon short answers type questions. All clear? Obviously yes. But in the previous classes we have solved so many different VVI questions, that is very short answer type questions. I am saying that very short answer type questions, that means the answers of that particular questions must be in a word, but not in a language form, and not more than 2 lines 3 lines, because only one or maximum 2 lines is enough for very short answer type questions. Obviously yes. Why sir? One may ask questions from me, sir you are saying just like that, but why you are saying just like that? This is because, and this is only because, the marks for that very short answer question must be only of 1 marks. So 1 marks you don't need to go in detail about that questions. Okay, you don't need to write the answers of that particular questions in detail, because there is only 1 marks. All clear? All clear. But now the questions here arises is from the short answer type questions. One may ask, short answer type question, what does it mean? It means the answers, whatever you are giving to the particular given questions, you must give the answers or write the answers of that particular questions in 3 lines, in 2 lines, and maximum more than 2 to 3 lines. Alright, all clear? Obviously yes. Okay, now let us talk about these questions. Okay, the questions is given on your screen, and you should, if you want, you can write it for firstly. All clear? All clear. Now the question asking that, question number 26, match the items given in column A with those column A to in column 2. Alright. Do you have any ideas about that and about this particular questions? The question saying that there is 2 column A, and the second one is the column B, but you only need to match that particular columns. That what is the matching of column A to the matching of column B. Alright, so this is the questions. I think you have already solved this type of the particular matching the questions which is based upon the matching. Alright, all clear. Now I have told you column A में given chlorophyll, nitrogen, amarbel, animals, insects. So what does it mean? Chlorophyll. So you need to look at this column 2. Why? This is because you need to match column A with column 2. Alright, so firstly this is your questions, and just like that this is your answers. All clear? So chlorophyll, so what about this? Chlorophyll is present in a leaf. Obviously yes. So first one is the correct answer for first one is the leaf. Alright. Second one, nitrogen. So nitrogen, which one option is correct for the nitrogen? Rhizobium bacteria, heterotrophs, pitcher plant, leaf will not the correct answer for that, because this is already matched with this chlorophyll. Okay, alright. But you must read all the options whatever the given to that particular in column B. Parasite will not. So the correct answer is the Rhizobium bacteria, because Rhizobium bacteria take nitrogen from the oxygen and convert it into nitrogen compounds. So nitrogen will be fit for the Rhizobium bacteria. Alright, all clear. Next one is that is the amarbel. Alright, so what about this amarbel, which is an examples of the parasite parasite. Okay, so this is the correct answer for Amarbel. Amarbel will match to the parasite which is given in column 2 on number or in number E. All clear? Next one is the animals. So what about the animals? Animals, animals will take the nutrition just like a heterotrophic nutrition. All clear? So this is the correct answer for the animals. Okay. Next one given is that is the insects. So what about the insects? Actually insects, the correct answer for insect is the pitcher plant. Why? Because pitcher plants can eat insects. Pitcher plant, I have already given the concept or the knowledge about that this pitcher plant. I have told you about this pitcher plant. You are thinking that what you have told me. I have told you that pitcher plant is autotrophic as well as partial heterotropics because they eat insects. All clear? All clear. Okay then. Actually pitcher plant is an examples of insectivorous plants because they can eat insects. If you want, so in this way question number 26 is completed. If you want, you can write it, then we will move to the next questions. All cleared? I hope you have learned these particular questions and answers. Question number 27. All clear? Question number 27 is asking that how would you test the presence of a starch in the leaves? All right, this is not a easy questions, but not the very tough questions, but very interesting questions. How? The question saying that as a result of photosynthesis, food will takes place. That is the simple carbohydrate, simple food. But the saying that carbohydrate is being absorbed by the plants as for the various processes for growth, for energy, etc., etc. But food is stored in the leaves as in the form of what? Can you say me? Can you share with me? In the form of a starch. I have already told you. Obviously yes. So basically I am saying that how can you judge the starch is already present in the leaf or not? Then there are some maybe activity. I have told you about the activity. All right, in the previous classes I have taught you the activity to taste the presence of a starch in the leaves. I hope you have learned that activity. So let's get started with this particular. So I have written that we can taste the presence of a starch in the leaves by following activity. So you must do some activity in order to get the answers of this particular question. So are you ready? Obviously yes. So let's get started. All right, this activity is given on your books. So that's why I have tested this activity, because after performing this activity you will clear all the doubts. Basically the activity is that activity to test the presence of a starch in the leaves. So one may ask from me, sir, in answers we will write up to 5 steps. Obviously yes, you must write all these 5 points in order to get full marks. All clear? All clear. Okay, the leaves make a starch as food by a process called photosynthesis. The presence of a starch in the leaves can be tested as follows. All right, can be tested as follows. So let's do how. Firstly, you need to pick a green leaf from a plant. Leaf can be available in your local areas, or you can take the leaves of any plant. All right, just like people, mangoes plant, etc., etc. Obviously yes. Next one step is saying that boil the leaf in alcohol to remove the green pigment chlorophyll from it. After plucking or after breaking the leaves from that particular tree, you need to boil that particular leaf in a container, and that container must be fulfilled with alcohol. All right, maybe drinking alcohol. All right, all clear. So one may thinking that, sir, why you are saying that we must boil that particular leaf in a alcohol? Can you tell me some reasons? Obviously yes. So I'm saying that you need to boil because the color of leaves is green. Obviously, why? I have told you why the color of leaf is green, because due to the presence of chlorophyll. Obviously yes. So what I'm saying that you must remove that green color of the particular leaf. So how can you remove? That means you need to remove chlorophyll. So then you can remove that particular green color of the leaf. Obviously yes. So that's why I'm doing these things. That is, I'm boiling that particular leaf in a alcohol. All right, in order to remove that green pigment called chlorophyll. And if one time chlorophyll is removed from that leaf, then that leaf become colorless because you have removed the chlorophyll. So the color of leaf is not going to be previous color, that is the green color, because you have removed the chlorophyll. Obviously yes. Next one, wash the decolorized leaf with water to remove any chlorophyll sticking to it. All clear. You have removed that chlorophyll by boiling in alcohol, but after boiling maybe some green layer is going to be a stick over that particular leaf. So in order to clean in good way to that leaf, you need to wash out the leaf from the water. I can take some different example to understand these ones. But you have in your life maybe sometimes come to wash your own clothes. So after washing your clothes with soap and detergents, your clothes will become clean. But in order to clean that clothes, you need to wash the clothes with water. Obviously yes. So just like that I'm doing just like that. Okay, next step. Pour dilute iodine solutions. This is the important line. Dilute iodine solution. This is the important things. And objective questions can be arised from this particular point. From a dropper over the decolorized leaf. Actually, dilute iodine solutions are available in your local areas, or these dilute solutions can be available easily in the chemistry lab, and you need to put drop by drop, just like a children taking homeopathic medicines drop by a dropper. You know what is dropper? Just like a suction cupper that sucks medicines in that particular test tube, just like a test tube structure. That is the dropper. So drop by drop, you need to put this solution over that decolorized leaf. All right. Next step, appearance of blue-black color in the leaf shows the presence of a starch in it. And after putting 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop of these iodine solutions, this dilute iodine solutions over that decolorized leaf, then what will you observe? Then you will observe the blue-black color of the leaf. If blue-black color is present or appears over that leaf, that means a starch is present inside the leaf. That means food is being processed on that leaf or in that leaf. All clear? And if blue-black color is not appearing over that leaf, that means there is no food making process or photosynthesis will not take place. So that's why the starch is not present in that leaf. All clear? Say yes. Obviously yes. So in this way we can test the presence of a starch in the leaves. So by doing this activity you can test it. You must mention all the 5 points in your fair copy or in your notes. Okay, I'm side to this screen. You can, if you want, you can write it. All right. So let's move to the next questions. Obviously yes. Let's get started. Okay. Next questions. Question number 28. The question number 28 is saying that what is special about the leaves? All right. That they can synthesize food, but other parts of a plant cannot. The basically question saying that But now let us talk to me. That means कि now listen to me about before solving these questions. I am saying here, I have told you synthesis of food will takes place in the leaves, or food factories of plant is leaves. All right. But why? The question arises that why food factories of plant is only leaves, and why food will only prepared in the leaves but not other parts? Because chlorophyll is in huge amounts. Chlorophyll is present in the leaves only. So that's why photosynthesis will takes in the leaves only, but not the other parts, because other parts will not contain chlorophyll. So that's why. But in little amounts other parts also contain chlorophyll. So that's why in little amounts, obviously in negligible amount, other parts of leaves can also do photosynthesis. So that's why we will simply say that no, other parts of photosynthesis will not take place. That means that photosynthesis will only take place in the leaves only. Why? Because they contain chlorophyll. So this is your answer. The leaves of plants have chlorophyll. This is your answers. But other parts of the plant does not contain chlorophyll. So that's why synthesis of foods, that means that food making process takes place in the leaves only, because chlorophyll is present in the leaves only, all right, but not in the other parts of the leaves. Why? Because other parts of the leaves does not contain chlorophyll. I hope you have learned these questions in detail. Obviously, yes. Okay. Now let me, if you want, you can write it. If you want, then you must write this on your notebook or on your fair copy, because I am writing here. I have tagged these questions with answers so that your notes must be going to be prepared. All right, all clear. Question number 29. The question number 29 is saying that in addition to carbon dioxide and water, state two other conditions which is going to be necessary for the process, that is the photosynthesis, to take place. I have told you conditions necessary for photosynthesis. I have taught you, no? Obviously, yes. So what I have taught you, and can you tell me what is the different conditions which is going to be necessary for the photosynthesis? Okay, let me explain. Dear, I am saying that there are the four different conditions which is necessary for the photosynthesis. And if any one is absent by chance, then photosynthesis will not take place. I have taught you what I have told you. I have told you sunlight, chlorophyll, water, and one more thing, chlorophyll, which is going to be necessary for the photosynthesis, and if anyone is absent by chance, then photosynthesis will not take place. So this is the correct answers. So but two conditions is already mentioned in the questions. The first one is the carbon dioxide, second one is the water, and other two is asking, that is the sunlight and the chlorophyll, because this is the two more conditions which is necessary for the photosynthesis, and these two is left in this particular questions. Obviously, yes. So that's why this is your correct answer. If you want, you can write it. I hope you have written these questions on your notebook, on your fair copy. Okay, then let me explain to the next pages. Okay, let me go. Now, what is coming? What came here? Okay, let's go to the previous 29. Okay, all right. Anyhow, no problem. Let us talk about this one. The question is saying that, actually this is the question number 30, and that means ki 30, and the question number is D, 30D. Question is saying that a partial heterotroph. Actually there is some missing in this particular in this particular questions. Obviously that means ki this questions is not completed. Just give me a moment. Okay, all right, let me see the questions. What is question is saying that what all clear? Question number 30. There is some misprint in the questions. Okay, let me go to the previous pages. There is question number 30. All clear? Question number 30. If you want, you can write it. And the question number 30 is saying that consider the following organism. Consider the following organisms. All right. And here, and what type of organism is given? The name of the organism is lichen. Lichen. Next one is the mushroom. All right. Next one is the cascata. All right. Next one is the grass. This must be rest. Organisms. Grass is also given. And the next one is the pitcher plant. Pitcher plant. All clear. Here is question number A. An autotroph. The correct answer is that. Actually, can you think what is the questions or what the questions is asking? Actually here the question is saying that all right, the question is asking that consider, you have given the name of the following organism. The organism name that lichen, mushroom, cascata, grass and pitcher plant is given. And out of these organisms, which one is autotroph? Name, choose one organism which is going to be autotroph. That means they can make their own food. So which one is the correct answer? That is the grass. Grass is the correct answer. All right. All right. Grass will be correct. Okay. Question B. Question B saying that a saprophyte. And which one is the saprophyte? Can you tell me? So the correct answer is the mushroom. Mushroom is saprophyte. I have told you and I have given you some examples of saprophytes. If you want, you should must write. You have written to up to this particular lines. Obviously yes. Now we should write the question number 30 into up to this point. And what I'm going to writing here, you should must write down on your fair to from here, because I don't have space, enough space. So that's why I'm starting here. You can start from here on your notes. Okay. C is saying that symbiotic plant. Oh my God. Symbiotic plants is also came here. No problem. Let us see. Symbiotic plant. So which one is symbiotic plant? The correct answer is the lichen. Lichen is symbiotic plant or lichen, whatever you can call it. And D is saying that, okay, actually question number D is mentioned over this particular notes. All right, we can move it. All clear. Question number D is already mentioned here. Actually only 2 to 3 questions is missing, so that's why I have write you only for you. So you should must write down that particular questions on your notes. Question is asking that a partial heterotroph. So pitcher plant, because pitcher plant I have told you is insectivorous plants, I have told you, which is partially heterotrophs as well as autotrophs. So that's why pitcher plant is the correct options. Next one, a parasite. Actually, the examples of parasite is cascata. Cascata is parasite. I have told you what is parasitic nutrition, and the examples, that is the cascata. In Hindi, cascata is also called amarvel. Cascata is called amarvel in Hindi. All right. So if you want, you can write down up to these particular lines, and now it's time to write down up to this particular line. I am saying that this question is also completed. Question number 31. What are you thinking about this question number 31? Question number 31 is asking that why do organisms need to take food? What are the two main modes of nutrition in organisms? Sir, what will happen if we refuse to take nutrition, or if we don't take nutritions? You know what will happen. But the fact is that why you should take nutritions. So the correct answer I have written here, the organisms need to take food because of the following reasons. That means we have some reasons. We have to take nutritions in order to get energy, in order to growth. All right. So these are the two different reasons. For this particular reasons, we must take nutritions. So this is the main and the big reasons. So that's why we should take nutritions. I'm taking nutrition, you are taking nutrition, everyone is taking nutritions who can take it. Next one, following are the two main modes of nutrition in plants. In plants, what are the two main different modes of nutrition? In plants or in organisms will also. That is the autotrophic mode of nutrition and the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, or in simply you can say that autotrophic nutrition or heterotrophic nutrition. Anyone have any confusion to these particular questions? Obviously say no. Obviously no. Very good, very nice. Now what about the question number 32? Question number 32 is asking that what is meant by an autotrophs, or simply saying that what is autotrophic nutrition. Name one autotroph. That means give some examples of autotrophs. One who that make their own food is called autotrophs or autotrophic nutrition. For example, green plants. So this is the simple things I have already told you. What is autotrophic nutrition? What is heterotrophic nutrition? So that's why you should don't feel any type of the confusion to these particular questions. All right. If you want, you can write it, because I have written here in order to make notes for you. Clear? Question number 32 is completed. All right. Next one, question number 33. Question number 33 is asking that what is meant by heterotrophs? Give example of heterotrophs. In simple language, question number 33 is saying that what is heterotrophic nutrition, or give examples of heterotrophic nutrition. I have told you what is heterotrophic nutrition. Can you tell me what is heterotrophic nutrition? Obviously yes. One who that cannot make their own food is called heterotrophic nutrition. Alright, non-green plants examples mein, or animals just like a lion. Only one example is asking, so that's why only one example is given here. So in this way, question number 33 is completed. Next, question number 34. Explain why we cannot make their food ourselves by photosynthesis like plants do. One boy, actually this questions is you boys, you have already asked me questions. Obviously yes. You have asked me surprisingly, sir, plants are able to do photosynthesis, but why we can't do photosynthesis? And what will happen? We are able to do photosynthesis. I have told you. So the people will stop working, because they are working in order to get money, and after money will come, then food will come, and then we will take nutrition. So that's why, then that means ki whole life is going to be changed if we will able to make food by ourselves. But this doesn't is going to happening. Obviously yes, because we all are heterotrophs. So why the questions here is that why we can't do. So now let us comparison ourselves with the plants. Actually the plants is getting sunlight, I am also getting sunlight. Plants can get carbon dioxide, we can also get carbon dioxide. Plants can get water, we can also get water. But plants have chlorophyll, but we don't have any amount of chlorophyll. So that's why we can't do photosynthesis. And this is the reason. We don't have any type of chlorophyll in our body. So that's why we cannot make food by ourselves by a process that is the photosynthesis. Like plants can do photosynthesis, but we can't do because we don't have chlorophyll. And you know what is the condition necessary for photosynthesis? There is 4 conditions and chlorophyll is one of them, which is fulfilled in the plants. But I don't fulfill the conditions of chlorophyll because we don't have chlorophyll. So that's why we can't do photosynthesis. So this is the reason. If you want, you can write down this particular question's answer. So in this way, question number 34 is completed. Next question, and the question number 35 is asking that what are insectivorous plants? Name an insectivorous plants. I have told you those non-green plants. Actually, here will written here non-green plants. There is missing some lines. That is the non-green plants. You should must write here non-green plants which obtain their food partly from insects are called insectivorous plants. Example, peach plant. I have told you what is insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants can also do photosynthesis. They are also heterotrophs, they are also autotrophs, but they are partial heterotrophs because insectivorous plants eats insects. I have told you in the previous classes when I am teaching the topic that is the insectivorous plants. Alright. Next, question number 36. Question number 36 is asking that why do farmers spread fertilizers and manures in the field? Because they need to get, we have some following reasons. Farmers spread fertilizers and manures in the fields because of the following reasons. Firstly, it provides nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, that is the NPK to the soil. Next reason, it improves the fertility of soil. So that's why farmers can use manures and fertilizers. I have given the concept of this fertilizer and manure. I have told you manure contain NPK and fertilizer also contain NPK. Alright, and after putting this manure or fertilizer, any one of them which is available to your home, you can put it, and after putting this particular manure or this particular fertilizer, the soil will get nutrients. Alright. And if soil will get nutrients, that means your crops will become more productive, or you can produce more yields. Obviously, yes. So that's why farmers spread fertilizers or manures in order to fulfill the nutrients requirement of the soil. Because if soil will lack nutrients, then plants cannot take nutrients from the soil. And if plants cannot take nutrients from the soil, then what will happen? Then plants will not grow, and if plants will not grow, then your crops will not become healthy or not grow in healthy way. That means less yields will take place. You will not able to produce more grains from that particular field because your field is not fertile. And after putting this fertilizer and manures, your soil will become more fertile, and in fertile soil, the production of crops is going to be more high. Obviously, yes. So this is the reasons. So these are the two different reasons. So that's why farmers put fertilizers or manures in the soil. That means they spread fertilizers and manures in the soil. Okay, alright. Now, if you want, you can write it. You must write down this one. Okay, we can move to the next pages. Next question, and that is the question number 37. Question number 37 asking that what are plant parasites? Name one plant which is a parasite. That means this question is in simple language asking that what is parasitic nutrients, or give example. This is your questions, dear. And if student asks these questions, then that students may get confused. What parasitic plants. What question is asking? But the fact is that the question is asking in indirectly that what is parasitic nutrition. Give its examples. I have told you what is parasitic nutrition. Here I have written those non-green plants which obtain their food from the living bodies of other plants, animals. Then this is called plant parasite. That means parasitic nutrition. Example kaskata in Hindi, amar bel. You can also write is amar bel. Hindi meaning of kaskata is the amar bel, and English meaning of amar bel is the kaskata. All clear. I have told you what is parasitic nutrition. Actually, parasitic nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which organisms is going to live over the body of another organisms, and this organism will take nutrients from that particular organisms. Examples kaskata. Suppose that this is one organism and this is the second organism. This organism is going to live over the body of these particular organisms, and this organism will take nutrients from these particular organisms. So this is called parasitic nutrition. That part I have written here. Examples, if someone may ask you kaskata. Okay, all right. Many different examples I have mentioned to this particular topic, that is the parasitic nutrition. If you want, you can check your notes, turn your pages and you will get more different examples. Question number 38. In this way, question number 37 is completed. Now it's time to solve question number 38. Asking that what are saprophytes? Name one saprophytes. If anyone asks you what are saprophytes, then what will you say? Simply saying that what is saprophytic nutrition, or give examples of saprophytic nutrition, and this is your questions. You will simply say that those non-green plants which obtain their food from the dead and decaying organic matter, then this is called saprophytes. Example is mushroom, fungi, etc., etc. I have written here mushrooms because I have already taught you this particular topic, so you don't feel any confusion to related these questions. Obviously yes, obviously yes. Next question, question number 39. Proteins are nitrogenous, that means nitrogen containing foods. How do plants get nitrogen for making food? Plants will from where take nitrogen? From the soil. Simple. Obviously yes. Plants will take nitrogen from the soil in order to make proteins. All clear? So this is your questions. Question 40a. Name large spherical structure usually located in the center of a cell. The correct answer is the nucleus. Obviously yes. Nucleus is the correct answer. All clear? All clear. I have told you dear what is nucleus. I have told you what is cytoplasm. If you are remember what is nucleus, what is cytoplasm, then you can easily solve these particular questions, because in note I have taught you about these particular points. All clear? All clear. Next one question. The nucleus in a cell surrounded by a jelly-like material. Name this material. That is the cytoplasm. In simple English, saying that what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like material, all right, which is surrounded over the nucleus or spread over the cells. This is called the cytoplasm. If you want, you can write it. Now we can proceed to the next questions. All clear. Next question, that is the question C, that is the 40C. All right. Name thin outer covering which is enclosed a cell. That is the cell membrane. What is cell membrane? The thin outer covering of the cell is called the cell membrane. All right. Name any two parts which are present in plant cell but not in animal cell. In plant cell, what is plant cell? Plant cells have a cell wall and plant cell have cell wall. That means they also have chlorophyll. So that's why plant cell can make photosynthesis, can do photosynthesis. So this is the two things which is present in the plant cell but not in the animal cell. All right. All right. Cell wall and chloroplast. That means chlorophyll. Because inside this chloroplast there is presence of chlorophyll. I have told you in the notes. I have written in your notes. This is not need to write this one right now. All right. All right. So if you want, you can write down. You can write it, mention it. Alright dear, so in this way we have learnt all the short questions which is given on your books. We have solved so many different short questions. So dear, I am also doing hard work for you. So this is also your duty to do hard work with me, because any teachers can taught you in very simple language, but you need to take your own step in order to learn these all the things. You should also be have mental preparation, and we should must be bold in mentally as well as physically in order to learn any things that any persons that wants to give you knowledge or they wants to spread knowledge. All right. So I hope you have learned all these things. So in the previous classes we will learn some more different topics with new ideas and new concepts. All right. So I don't think I need to tell some more difference in order to learn you well and to get more better presence of minds after performing this particular question and answers. If any confusion, any doubts is going to be running in your mind, then you can write down in the chat section. I will try my level best to reply your questions. Actually, all right. You can also ask questions on my Instagram ID. My Instagram ID is already mentioned in the channel of my award sections, and we will also put that Instagram ID in the description of this particular lecture, so you can ask also from me. Any confusion is going to be running in your mind, you can tell me, and you don't need to tell me just like a secret, but you can also tell me your secret. So that's why I will understand your problems and I will try to solve your thoughts, your problems, your confusions. All clear? So love you all. Best of luck and take care.